Hello everyone. Uh, this is going to be a video about turning a light on and off. Let me explain. My 6-year-old granddaughter will be visiting this summer, and I wanted to find a project that we could work through that she would think would be cool. I found a Make Magazine tutorial on turning a light switch, as in 110 volt AC in the US, 110 volts VAC US, on and off using Bluetooth on a phone. Unfortunately for me, the tutorial used a board that I have, but not the one I wanted to use, with a different Nordic Bluetooth chip on it, and used a library that I couldn't figure out directly what some of the functions were supposed to do, and I know nothing about Bluetooth, so that's my ignorance. So I decided to see what Adafruit had. I used the Adafruit Feather Bluetooth low energy module board, and I went through their tutorials on their library for the NRF 518001 chip, which is what's in that board, and it was very straightforward. I came to a place where I could enter on the phone, read it in the Arduino code, and then make a decision on what to do, like turn the light on. So I started out with an LED, turning it on and off, and then I added a power switch tail, which is basically an extension cord with a relay in the middle. And when you it will take from 3 to 15 volts. The Feather is a 3.3 volt board, so that's fine. So I'm able to set one of the pins high, that keeps the relay open and the light's off. Set the pin low, relay flops, the light turns on. Light goes on, light goes off. That's the opposite of the logic for the LED. So I had to add a second pin. All this is a little bit theoretical, and we'll see how it all works. Next section will show how we did it with the LED. Then I will go into a section to show how I set it up with the power tail. And my next step is to go back to the Make tutorial and see if I can figure out what's going on now that I understand a little bit about the communication, and learn a little bit more, and maybe I'll go further with this. But right now, this will be a fairly neat thing. I've got an old phone that I broke the screen on, so I'm not using it as a phone anymore. Still has Wi-Fi, so I downloaded the Adafruit Bluetooth low energy app on it, and we can turn the light on and off with it. And you'll see all that in future sections of the video. Please see the blog, virgilmachine.blogspot.com. There's a citation at the end of the video. And this is the full write-up, including code and photos and whatever else. Plus a little bit more about the story. So I hope you enjoy it. Hello everyone. We're going to demonstrate some Bluetooth stuff. On the right here you see the Feather Bluetooth LE module from Adafruit with an LED and a current limiting resistor. The LED is connected to Bluetooth pin 6. And over here we have another phone with the Adafruit LE app on it. So I'm going to open the app. And you see here that it has, I don't know if you can read that, but it does say connect. So we're connecting. We go to UART mode. And there we are. So what we're going to do is we are going to, the way this is designed, that we need to say on in all caps. and send it. We do that, and the light turns on. Conversely, we say off in all caps, and the light turns off. Light goes on. Light goes off. So we are communicating from this Android phone to the Bluetooth module. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the power tail. And you see that pin 1 is in. Pin 2 is actually the signal pin, and pin 3 is ground. So when we connect the middle pin, pin 2, to pin 5 on the Bluetooth module on the Feather, and connect pin 1 to the 3.3 volt rail on the breadboard, and pin 3 to ground on the breadboard, we will have this connected. Then we will plug a light into that side and plug that side into a 110 volt receptacle, and we'll be able to turn a light on and off, or actually any device, from Bluetooth. That will be next. We are with the next phase. We see the feather there that as was set up earlier. I'm going to put the this orange wire here, the orange jumper wire, which was connected to pin 5. I'm going to put it onto pin 6, which is, and you see the light turned on, which is the same as the LED is. As I mentioned, the logic is backwards when the so this is the same code that's running the LED, that's running the power tail. So when the pin is set to low, the LED is off, but that closes the switch and gives power to the light. And you see the light is plugged into that end of the power tail. Power tail is also plugged into the power strip, giving it 110 volts. And in the middle we have the relay, controlled by that signal. The 2 green wires from the power tail are plugged into power and ground, which is 3.3 volts powered from the Feather. So let's go over here. And we see it's finding the Bluetooth. We'll connect. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to select UART mode. I'm going to connect it here. I'm then going to say, in all caps, on. Send it. You may have heard the relay flip. The LED's on. That light's off. Now, this might be useful to have a little bit of light when the main light is off, but it's also and I would have to change the program a little bit, and I may do that. But initially, this is designed for a 6-year-old, and to say on and have a light turn off doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Or in this case, to turn off and have a light turn on, even though the LED turns off, doesn't make sense either. So what happens is, if I move this wire from pin 6, now it's there's no energy going there. Whoop. To pin 5, and then go back here and type on. Pardon my fat fingers there. Then both the LED and the light come on at the same time. So what I did was I added just a couple lines in the code to define an additional pin for the power tail, and when the code reads on from the from the app on the phone, it sets one pin high for the LED and sets the other pin low for the light, the power tail, because again, the power tail, when the pin is set low, the relay closes, and there's a connection there. If it's set high, the relay opens, and it closes. So there we go. Light goes on. Light goes off. So light goes on, light goes off, Bluetooth style.